All right, today we're going inside the high-stakes world of the private equity boardroom. You know, when a PE firm buys a company, what really makes them tick? What drives those huge company-altering decisions? Well, the answer is way simpler and honestly, way more focused than you probably think. Let's dive in.
Okay, so picture this. If you're a typical corporate exec, your entire world revolves around this giant, complicated dashboard, right? You're tracking dozens of different things all at once. How strong is our brand? Are our customers engaged? How's that innovation pipeline looking? And of course, are we gaining market share? All of these are, the vital signs of a healthy business.
But here's the million-dollar question. When a private equity firm is running the show and you're sitting around that big table, does that whole dashboard still matter? Out of all those different data points, which are the ones that actually drive the conversation?
Well, the answer is kind of shocking in its simplicity. It's almost brutal. Because despite all those complex metrics, all the different strategies and debates, the conversation almost always comes back to just two. That's it, just two numbers that end up mattering more than pretty much everything else combined.
So what's number one? It's EBITDA. You've heard it a million times. Earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. It's really just a raw, powerful way to measure how profitable the company's core operations truly are.
And the second number, which works hand in hand with EBITDA, is cash flow. This is the absolute lifeblood of the business. We're not talking about profit on a spreadsheet. We're talking about the actual real cash moving in and out. How much cold, hard cash is this company generating? That's what they want to know.
So there you have it, EBITDA and cash flow. But the real question is, why? Why this intense, almost obsessive focus on just these two things? Let's take a look at how this powerful duo ends up dominating every single meeting.
See, these two numbers are so powerful because they give a crystal clear answer to the three most important questions for any PE investor. First, is our strategy actually working, or is it just talk? Second, does the current leadership team get to stick around? And third, and this is the big one, will the math work out for us to sell this company for a massive profit down the road?
This intense focus really just boils down to a super simple philosophy, which is perfectly captured by a quote from our source material. If those numbers move in the right direction, strategy is validated. It's the ultimate proof. It just cuts right through all the noise and tells you if the plan is working or not.
And this creates a really stark, almost black and white path forward. On one hand, if EBITDA and cash flow are going up, great, the strategy is working, conversation over. But if those numbers are flat or even worse, declining, then everything else, brand perception, cool new projects, even market share, it all becomes secondary. The only thing that matters is fixing those two core numbers immediately.
Which really brings us to the key takeaway here. If there's one thing you walk away with, it should be this. EBITDA and cash flow are the twin engines that drive the vast majority of decisions in private equity. It is a world of extreme financial discipline, and in that world, these two numbers are king.
And that leaves us with one last, kind of provocative question for you to chew on, and it comes straight from our source. Do you think that most executives, especially the ones coming from a more traditional corporate background, really get it? Or do they underestimate just how relentlessly, purely financial these PE decisions truly are? It's a pretty fascinating thing to think about. Thanks for joining us.